results are in, so put your ballots down and lift your glasses up. Today on The Express, we're toasting the 2011 Vancouver Magazine Restaurant Award winners. On today's show,
my only concern is who's watching the kitchens tonight.
The foodie who's who, wine, dine, and shine.
It comes directly from my heart.
Even the Queen is allowed to use her hands when she eats Indian food.
Vikram Vij talks authentic Indian hospitality.
Come to my house and I'm going to entertain you.
It's an honor. I think it's also a tribute to the people we work with.
Thomas Haas shares the sweet taste of success.
One cappuccino?
It's a lovely smile, but other than that,
And later, it's the winner of Restaurant of the Year.
delicious.
See that and more from the Vancouver Magazine Restaurant Awards.
You have to take a time to savor what you eat.
Welcome to our Express special on the 2011 Vancouver Magazine Restaurant Awards. I'm Johanna Ward. From Whistler to the Okanagan to Vancouver Island to the Foodie Hub here in Vancouver. On today's show, we'll take you inside the city's hottest restaurants. To start things off, instead of small plates or an aperitif, as you may think, we're going to get a taste of the judging process. It's a tough job. It really is. It involves researching hundreds of meals throughout the year.
Vancouver is home to some world-class restaurants. They're honored every year at the Vancouver Magazine Restaurant Awards. And it's a local panel of judges who must pick the best of the best. And two of them sat down with me. Lee and Joy, what does it take to become a judge for the Restaurant Awards?
A never-ending appetite.
Nice.
Well,
what about you, Lee?
a real passion for food, a real understanding of food.
This is our Dungeness crab salad.
When you get a meal, what's the first thing that you're looking at?
What I look for is just how clean the presentation is. You know, whether it smells good, just little things like that.
The food needs to look just as appetizing as it tastes. It needs to make me want to dive right into the plate.
That is nice. That is really delicious.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
How many restaurants do you guys have to hit up to judge there?
Do I need an abacus to keep count? I can't even keep track. Literally, it's a continuous stream of eating over the course of the year.
You eat out a lot.
Which is fun to most people, but this is a tough job, right?
Without question.
Well, you love it. You love everything about eating out, and it takes a certain detachment also to be a good food judge. To really sit and think and eat the food.
There really is an analytical component in weighing all of the experiences.
This is our West Coast sablefish.
Wow, this looks great. Can you guys eat everything?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
We're Asian, are you kidding me? Everything needs to be fair game on the plate.
It might be not your personal preference, but you have to recognize why it's good.
I don't even need to hear any words from you. I get the sense this is good.
That is awesome.
It's clear that all three of us enjoy the food, but only two of us know why. Oh, okay.
It's done here so subtly and so nicely, with such a great local ingredient. It really...
No, it's very seamlessly incorporated. It doesn't feel contrived or pretentious or put on in any way at all.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's only one thing left to do.
To get
You got to try the salad. It is like awesome.
I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
Joy and Lee also recently judged the 2011 Chinese Restaurant Awards. For the Van Mag Restaurant Awards, there are over 30 categories to weigh in on, and we'll reveal some of the coveted golds coming up, including Top Chef and Restaurant of the Year. But you know, this event is also a must-attend for the industry, and the place to get the local take on the local food scene.
This is like the Oscars for Vancouverites. We are so blessed to be in a city that really has probably some of the world's best talents when it comes to the culinary scene.
One of the greatest things I like about Vancouver is there's a great camaraderie between everybody. I think that's the thing I like about this more than anything else. As much as it's an awards, it's more about everyone coming here and getting together.
How often do you get to eat out since you work in a restaurant?
Pretty much not often at all. Vancouver is an amazing city for food, for sure. And service, and hospitality, and everything else. And beautiful women, for sure.
Oh, there you go. What would you put in a food cart if you had one?
We do have one.
You do, that's right.
And we're going to be at the corner of Dunsmuir and Howe a couple of weeks from now. Souvlaki. It's going to be the best souvlaki downtown.
Food carts are a great start, but hey, I want a beer with that pork bun.
If I could, I would cheers you right now. Cheers.
I'm sorry, I don't do food carts. No.
And if you're going to eat what you won't eat, you won't stand up and eat?
No, I stand up and eat here. So the reason why there is so many people working in fine dining or regular dining is because you have to take a time to savor where you eat.
My only concern is who's watching the kitchens tonight? I'm not sure tonight would be the night to go out because all the chefs will be too happy. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
From casual Chinese to best dim sum to best Korean to formal Italian, the Vancouver Magazine Restaurant Awards really reflect the diversity and variety on the Vancouver food scene. Now up next, it's a familiar face, and this year's winner for gold in Best Indian.
These are small little dumplings, and how are they tasting? Nice and soft. Delicious.
For 15 consecutive years, Vijay's has been recognized by the Vancouver Magazine Awards. And this year, he again won for Best Indian Restaurant.
It is really important for me to bring the awareness of my cuisine and my culture up to the rest of the world. It was not about winning just the Best Indian Restaurant, but it was about winning a good restaurant in the city of Vancouver, because we as Vancouverites have to be so proud of our cultural diversity that we have in food and in people.
Vikram Vij has been sharing his passion for Indian food with locals and visitors since he opened his restaurant in 1994.
What it actually means to me personally is that you come to my house and I'm going to entertain you. That's the kind of feeling I have. That's a very Indian thing to do.
And entertain us he did.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
With a selection of dishes, starting with jackfruit in a black cardamom curry.
Now, jackfruit is actually a vegetable, and Indian food is very, very important and very tasty for vegetarians. So this is a vegetarian dish that actually tastes a little bit like meat and has the same protein value.
My friend is vegetarian. She would love this.
Are we enjoying everything?
Also on the menu for us were the beef short ribs.
So this is a dish that shows what Vancouver is all about. Using your background, which is Indian, combining with where we live, with local produce, and bringing that onto your plate. And I'm very, very proud of this dish. Guys, even the Queen is allowed to use her hands when she eats Indian food.
And finally, Vijay's famous lamb popsicles.
If I took that dish off, I would probably lose 50% of my clientele, because people just absolutely love this dish. As far as the chef is concerned, it's a dish that evolved at a party somewhere. I was tired of telling people to pick up the bones and eat it, and I thought if I called it a popsicle, people will say, oh yeah, we're supposed to pick it up and eat it.
Let's cheers to the lamb popsicles.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's been a fabulous experience, and the food was absolutely amazing.
Come in with the attitude that it's not your mainstream stuff. It's not butter chicken and chicken tikka masala and tandoori chicken. This is my cooking. It's no different than when you go to listen to a musician. In the same way, the spices to me are my notes. You know, my music is heard through tasting and smell, and that's how I feel. That as a musician or as a chef, it's my job to portray the best music that you like to you on your plate.
And Vijay's music is a melody that Vancouverites will no doubt continue to enjoy. In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
The famous Vijay's. They also have Rangoli, which won silver in Best Indian, along with one of the city's new food carts. You're watching our Express special on the Vancouver Magazine Restaurant Awards 2011. And we have more stories and more winners coming up.
And the gold award goes to Tojo from Vancouver, Canada. to Japan. To the cheer. Go Japan, go! And go Vancouver, go!
Recipient of this year's Producer Supplier of the Year Award, Two Rivers Specialty Meats.
It's been a long 3 years, I can tell you that. And thank you so much to the restaurants, the British Columbia restaurants that have been really giving us a warm welcome and allowing us to procure fine meats. Thanks to the farmers. We represent the farmers.
Still to come.
Because we never do things twice, that's one thing. We never reproduce something's been done before. We always try to change it and do it our way.
The chef at Shambar's secret ingredient.
We both have our special sides. He does a lot of proteins and I do the pastas, and we both come
Food
together.
and friendship at La Quercha. You're watching local TV on The Express, and it's pretty delicious.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.